Welcome to the Explore Real Estate Show. I am James Boslaw, your Fredericksburg area realtor and vacation rental investor. And this show is all about real estate in the Fredericksburg area, the Fawn Lake community, and the vacation rental space. I help people buy and sell homes because I believe that everyone should grow their wealth as they live in or own a home that they love. I also believe that everyone should feel confident when buying or selling a home, and confidence comes when you are well educated and informed. And that's what this show is all about. Enjoy the show. Hey everybody, welcome to the Explore Real Estate Show, where in today's episode, I'm going to go over the real estate statistics for the Fredericksburg area in and through the month of November of 2025. And I can't believe that I'm saying this out loud because we are coming so close to the end of the year, and these stats are really solidifying and helping us to get a clearer picture on where we stand regarding the year-end yearly stats, which will be out on the next episode. But the month of November has some interesting data that we'll go over right now. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the month of November of 2025 and then compare it to the month of November of 2024. When we do that, the overall sold dollar volume is down 17%. That is a massive decrease in overall sold dollar volume. Things really slowed down quite a bit in the month of November. The average sold price was down about 5%. So sales prices are now going in the opposite direction. When we look at November of this year compared to November of last year, they're down on average about 5%, which is quite significant. What does that mean? It means that in November last year, the average sales price was $536,000, whereas in this year, the average sales price was $507,000. That's nearly $30,000 less than what we saw last year. So on average, those are the numbers. Now, when you take a look at the median sold price, it's flat. 0%, no change. The median sold price this year and last year in the month of November was $465,000. So even though the average sales price is down by about 5%, the median sold price is flat. It's about the same. As far as units sold, we're seeing that there is a 13% decrease in units sold this year versus last year, and the average days on market is up about 20%. So what we're seeing is that it's taking a home on average 37 days on the market before it goes under contract, whereas in last year, November, it would take about 31 days. So not a huge difference there, but it is taking homes a little bit longer to sell than it did last November. But here's an interesting stat I want to go over. The average sold price to the original list price is 97.5%. That means that buyers are purchasing homes for 2.5% less than what they're listed for in the month of November. That is 1% lower than November of last year. So what this tells us is that buyers are having more and more leverage when they make an offer on a home. They're actually getting it for 2.5% less than what it's listed for, which is a great and welcome sign for buyers. As far as active listings go, there is a 27% increase in homes that are listed this November compared to last November. That is a significant increase in inventory, which once again bodes well for your buyer. That's why buyers have more options to choose from. They have less competition, and that is why the leverage is tilting more and more into the favor of the buyer. As far as new pendings goes, that is up about 18%. So as inventory increases, buyers have more opportunities. There's also more homes that went under contract this month. So on next month's stats, what I think we'll see is that a lot of homes will be selling in December because buyers are now starting to capitalize on the opportunities that are in front of them. So buyers, you better listen to this because in my previous podcast, I went over the 5 reasons why you should buy a home this winter. Well, some buyers are taking that advice and they're doing that right now. So if you're looking to buy a home, now is a great time to do so. Now, those were the stats for November of this year compared to November of last year. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the much bigger picture, the year-to-date picture, which is January through November of this year compared to January through November of last year. When we do that, the overall sold dollar volume is up 1%. So slight increase in overall sold dollar volume. The median sold price is up 3%. The median sold price is up 4%. So once again, both the average and the median sold price are up normal appreciation levels, 3%, 4%. That is normal appreciation levels, and that's what we've seen over the course of this year. If there is one word that I would use to describe this year as far as values goes, it would be that we are seeing a normalization of appreciation levels year to date. 3 to 4% is where things should be. As far as units sold, the units sold this year are actually down about 3%. So even though the sales prices are appreciating at normal levels, what we're seeing is that less homes are selling, or less units are selling year to date by about 3%. The average days on market has gone up just slightly by about 14%. What that means is that this year to date, it's taking a home about 32 days to be on the market before it goes under contract. Not a big deal. About one month that a home is on the market before a buyer finds it, scoops it up, puts it under contract. Really not that bad. Last year, it took about 28 days. So only a 4-day difference in regards to the average days on market this year versus last year. Now, as far as the average sold price to the original listing price for this year to date, we're at 98.5%. What that means is that year to date, buyers are purchasing a home for 1.5% less than what it's listed for. So once again, buyers are finding homes that they like, and because there's an increase in inventory and not as much demand, they're able to have a little bit more leverage and get that home for a little bit less, about 1.5% less than what it's listed for. As far as inventory goes, the months of supply in the Fredericksburg area right now, it is at 2.6 months of supply, which is slightly higher than the 5-year average of 1.8 months. That's still pretty low inventory. We're not seeing a huge increase in inventory. However, there is an increase. There are more homes for sale. Once again, demand is about the same, if not a little bit less. So what we are seeing is that more and more the month supply or the inventory levels increase, which create more opportunities for buyers. Now, what does this mean? If you own a home, it means that your home has gone up in value yet again in a year when real estate isn't necessarily hot. Your home is appreciating in value over the course of the entire year. What this also means is that if you're looking to buy a home, you now have some reasons to do so. You have opportunities in front of you. Inventory is increasing. There's less competition. All the reasons that I went through in my previous episode, the 5 reasons why you should buy a home this winter, you can go back and listen to that. But for all those reasons and more, if you are a buyer, now is a great time to look at purchasing a home. Now, for some of you, you own a home, but yet you're also looking to buy a home because maybe life circumstances have changed. For many of you, maybe you want to trade up and get a bigger home. For some of you, you might want to trade down and simplify your life as you enter into a new stage. But whatever the case might be, there is a really good opportunity for you to sell your home and leverage the equity that you've created over the course of many, many years of owning your home and appreciation and values. You have the opportunity to leverage that sale and use the equity as a down payment on your next home purchase. Usually, sellers don't like to accept offers that are contingent upon a home selling, but in this market, there is just more leverage for the buyer to maybe work something out to where that can be the case. So if you are interested to sell a home and buy a home, this is a great year in 2026 to do so. Right now, Emily and I are creating a list of all of our clients that we'll be serving in 2026. We're trying to get ahead of the market. So if anyone is looking to buy or sell a home, you do want to contact us as soon as you can. That way we can get you ahead of the market and help you leverage it to your advantage. But with that being said, this is what's going on in the Fredericksburg area. This will also be the last podcast that we record before we have some Christmas fun and New Year's Eve fun. So if you're listening to this, I just want to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. As always, if you have any questions about the real estate market, all you have to do is go to our website, rockwiserealty.com. You can reach out to us if you have any questions, and we'd be happy to get back to you and answer any questions that you might have. So I hope you have a wonderful day, a great week, a very Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year, and we will see you on the next episode.